Morning, Mrs. Donut. How are you?
Good morning. We've just loaded up here with all the lumber that was on the road. So now it's just by the side of the road. I guess we ought to take this and see how much money we make from it and then move on with our grass streams over here.
Yeah, we can use this money to help us fund our mower and everything else that we need to buy, hey?
Yep, sounds like a good idea. Shall we get on the road?
Yeah, let's get on the road. I've made my trailer a little bit back heavy, but it seems to be okay. Hopefully
Oh, mine's loaded, but I can't take any quick turns.
Yeah, you don't have any strapping on yours.
No, mine is likely to drop a log, so don't follow too closely behind. You may end up with a log in your face.
Yeah. We were noting that sun came up so late today. We slept into, what, 8? And it was
I
still
think at
pitch
8 it
black.
was still dark, still pitch black.
Yeah.
We've got to have a look too and see if there's any harvesting dreams for us.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But first of all, I think we do our own, given that there's probably not as much light in the day, I think we should probably do our own dreams first before our harvesting.
Yeah, I just want to have some fun with some grass today. And maybe
Yeah.
when we release something, we can actually make it pink, like we promised.
Or at least a fun colour.
Oh, trailer is pushing around my car.
I'm finally learning to use the zoom in and zoom out because whenever I hit a post or something, it zooms right in just to remind me how terrible a driver I am.
Yeah.
So I'm learning now if I use that D-pad and zoom back out.
It is staggering how many key combinations this game requires, isn't it? There is a lot.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, it is great that you don't have to, like, jump across to a keyboard for most things, and that you can, you can stay on the controller.
Oh, that's the sawmill. Oh no, oh no.
Oh, this is so heavy.
Okay, let me just tell you right now, I have to get out and pick up all my logs. That
Where are
went
they?
through the-
Oh, they went through the wall. All right.
Yeah,
You know what? If you don't find them, don't worry about it. They're not worth probably that much. They're all really short.
they're not. But you know what? It's the principle of the thing. I don't want to litter. That was funny though.
Yeah, that was cool. All right, I'm nearly at the sawmill.
I took the turn too late.
I so want to buy this land temporarily, flatten the ground, and then sell it back, just so that this courtyard is nice and flat.
But isn't it funny? I feel like that's so much like your regular life as well, though, where you're like, I wish this business would fix up their parking situation
Just
or whatever.
fix the pothole. I mean, that hole there, it's got to be over a foot deep. Maybe even, yeah, it's not small.
I'm still finding logs in this.
All right, I'm guessing 2,100. Ooh, 5,000. That was
Not only 5,500.
that was awesome.
Yeah. So there you are. All that stuff that was getting in our way.
Oh, I wonder if the price of wood variates.
Well, maybe it does.
I thought it was a constant, but
I think we might have to look that up.
yeah, I'm looking it up. Wood. Oh, it does. Oh, not much. 2,900 versus 3,000. No, it's nothing. Actually, wood's down low. It's November. It's at its bottom right now. But that basically paid for that trailer. So
Fantastic.
That was
That's
awesome.
exactly what we want to hear. So, well, do we have the trailer on lease too? Can we buy it now?
We could. I mean, the leasing is the same price as buying it, so you're just deferring it. So there's actually no.
See, I'm still picking up logs. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, there's no actual loss of leasing. The lease to own mod doesn't cause any problems. I'll let you go do that. I'm gonna go run over to the farm, drop this trailer off, and then maybe you do the same, and I'll meet you at the shop, and we can go buy some equipment.
Sounds good. All right, here we are.
Yeah, I'm just gonna park here. You want to park on the left-hand side?
All right, I'm going to try not to run into the wall this time.
Perfect. All right, should we do some shopping?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, that's the left button with the squares. And let's start with maybe getting a mower. That's kind of the first thing, I guess. Mowers are
So
about...
do we do that as a header? Is there headers that are mowers?
it's like a trailer, is it, that you just...
So if I look at the headers, they don't have any mowers in them?
So under tractors, there is machines that are like the entire machine is a mower, but that's way out of our price range. under trailers, there is
Actually, there's none that are headers, isn't it?
for the harvester.
Yeah.
It
I
would,
don't think any of those are mowers.
even if it is, it would probably be under mower anyway, the mower category. I'm having a quick
Where is the
scan.
mower? Oh, okay. Yep. It's way down the bottom there.
Yeah, so it's the one big yellow thing on it. We have a
Cool.
new mod installed just to help ourselves. It changes the sales from low to high rather than sorted by like DLC. So
Nice.
all of the cheap stuff is on the left. And I went and found some cool, cheaper stuff just so our finances aren't too bad.
Is it on the DLC? Is it a DLC?
These are all mods, and Risky, it's hardware from the 80s, right, rather than
Yeah.
recent times or 90s. So yeah, we got these.
Oh, I see. So the ones that are mods have mod written in brackets. Okay.
Yeah. So if we look at the first one, it's the cheapest, obviously, 4,000 for 2.2 meters wide. I'm not really worrying about the speed. I don't think we care too much about speed. Next one's 2.9, so it's a bit more width.
And then the other one's not, but it's just faster. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's lighter. So the third one's lighter.
So that
I
one,
see. That's the main difference.
Yeah, that one swings out to the side, and so basically, if you actually could have both classes, so you'd have one on the front that kind of does the middle swath, and then the other one would swing out and be like an extra width to the right, for example.
So this is like a buy one and then now and buy one later sort of dealio.
You could go that way, yeah, but I'm inclined to guess that when we upgrade, we're really going to upgrade. So this left one, the 3,900, might just do us for now. And we've got a fair few things to buy. We need to buy a mower, we need to buy a windrower, and we need to buy a baler. So that's a fair bit of things. So I'm tempted just to go for cheap. Just go for that.
Okay.
We're starting off.
And it fits with our mower, with our tractor.
That's a really good point. Yeah, 60 horsepower, and I'm pretty sure we can double check. If you go down to the house icon on the left, and then look at the small tractor and click on it, you'll see that it has 112 horsepower. So
Okay.
yeah, so we can afford. Now, if we had both of these, like the green ones, the class ones, you'd have to add them up. So it'd like be 60 plus 26, right?
Okay, so really, if we upgrade, we're going to have to fully upgrade.
Yeah, so those two are giving us about, if we had both classes, you're talking about 5 meters, or you could just get one that's 5 meters in the first place, a wider one. There's if you scroll across a bit, there's a big John Deere, quite a different little design.
I did look at that because I thought to myself, oh, that looks, well, pretty for a start.
Yeah. The thing about this one is we've got to bring it into like a central swath to pick it up easier. And this one really just sprays it everywhere. So I'm not.
Okay.
It's cheap, but it doesn't. It's a little bit more impractical when it comes to windrowing.
And also, right now with our balance of 28,000, I think we're going to keep it fairly cheap.
I think we have
So
to.
it's got to be either the class or the SIP, right?
I'm going for
It's gotta
SIP.
be one of those
I
two.
think SIP, and because the lease cost is just built up to the original cost anyway, we can pay it off over a little while. It's only going to be $39 a day.
Yeah, my concern is the 2.9 versus 2.2 meter width might really make a difference in the end.
It's just
What are your thoughts on that?
It just comes down to how much up and down you're doing.
Okay, so for now we can do a lot of up and down, and then later we can upgrade it, yeah?
I'd rather have something cheap and then we'll throw it away and then get something expensive later rather
All
than...
right, let's do that then.
But I think we just want to buy this one outright. And
Yeah, let's buy it outright.
so we'll buy that. All right, so now we have a mower. So next thing we need is... Well, let's work out a way of picking it up. So that's because we can always pick it up the hard way. Under balers is how we do that.
Not bale loaders or wrappers. Okay, yep, so balers.
So I did get this mod, the MF1840. I wasn't quite sure what it is. Basically, it's exactly the same as the base game. And what they've done is they've modified it so you can put a trailer after it, which is not very normal. So that mod shouldn't exist. We should take that out of our gameplay. So let's assume that mod doesn't exist. So the first one is just for pushing bales around. So that's got nothing to do with the baler. The next one makes circular bales, round bales. You can see how it says 125 centimeters round. I don't know as a human whether we can pick up 125. I don't know for sure, and it would be a pretty big risk if we got that and then we couldn't use it.
It would be a tragedy.
Yeah. So I'm tempted to go for this Massey Ferguson, which is from the base game. There's not a mod. And what happens is square bales come out the back, and I know for a fact that the bales.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I was looking at the bottom, but it's very hard sometimes to see what's selected. So I had the next class selected, which is
Yeah.
also round bales. I'm like, that's not square bales. Okay, so I know that some of them have adjustable size bales, don't they?
Yeah, you can get bigger and smaller round ones. So as you go more and more expensive, you'll start. I'm
But
trying to.
this one's just the
Yeah,
120s.
the first one I
Okay.
can find that has a range is the $57,000 one from Khan, and that has a 128 to 180 range. So that's well and truly out of our price range.
Yeah, that's not even in our
So
class.
I think the base games MF 18040 is probably the goer.
Yeah.
That is quite expensive. I don't want to be spending 22,000. So we'll put that on lease. What's
Yep.
probably going to happen is we may just rent this for today and then give it back. That
Yeah.
might be what happens. So
But
we'll
for
lease
now,
that.
we'll lease it.
Yeah. And at worst, if we do keep it around for a long time, we'll lease to own it. And eventually over time, we'll own it. And then the last thing we need to do is we need a way of bringing it together to make it
So
easier to pick up.
did you buy that just then?
Yeah, I leased that. Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
tedders and windrows. Tedders turn grass into hay, and hay is worth a little bit more. But I have a surprise for you, and we won't need that right now. So
Oh no, I'm a bit afraid.
it's a good surprise. So.
Surprise! Last time the surprise was you spent all our money.
Well,
So,
I'm going to
I
spend.
don't
I'm
know.
going to spend all our money again, but it's going to be worth it.
Oh, okay.
So
All right,
let's
so
let's look at
windrowers.
Windrowers. We've got some really cheap and nasty stuff from quite old stuff down at $1,000. It's 2.1 meters wide, which is half decent. The next one is twice the price and basically doubles the size. Goes from 2.1 to 4.3. I'm kind of guessing that might be the sweet spot. So it's 45 horsepower, so we can easily pull that. I think that's a no-brainer. Actually, I think let's get that.
Yeah,
Get that
I
one.
think so.
And we'll get that under lease as well. Oh, this is
That's
$2,500.
$2,500. Just buy it.
Buy. Done. And that is all we need for right now. So let's start transporting those. We'll grab our cars and shuffle all that stuff over to the grass field.
Sounds
And
good.
yeah, we'll get all that done and we'll see you over there.
I'm going through all the controls, and I think that I can do all of this. Unfold windrower, lower mower, turn on mower. So I can do it all at once, I think.
I think you're right.
Let's give this a try.
And I think you should have the horsepower for both of those at the same time. So you drop that down and then it will cut the grass.
And then I worked it out before. Select next tool.
Yeah, then B,
And
I think it
then-
is. Is it B to drop it down?
B and then X.
There we go.
So
So
I think
my main tip is straight lines. So that way it's easier to follow. And we are cutting grass. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. So I just played with the Land Rover and that baler, and it didn't let me do it because there's no PTO on the. As in, PTO is power takeoff. So there's no way that the Land Rover over there can power the baler at the same time. So you're going to have to do that, and then we'll have to go around with the Landini again to.
I wonder
to
if you
bail
could
it.
do the windrower though.
I don't think so, because I think it's just you need to have a PTO, and they're all PTO based equipment. So we could do the seeder because the wheels on the seeder were actually what was powering the unit rather than using like a hydraulic unit or something.
All of a sudden, I remembered that there's grass around the field as well.
Yeah, it's good. So in light of that, I can't do that. I'm gonna jump into here, find a good spot, and I'm gonna start a little time lapse of you doing circles,
Oh, I can't wait.
and then we can start bailing at some point. So yeah, off you go. Looks like you made some pretty good progress there.
Yeah, it looks like it's happening. So
I like that
good.
combination. I think it makes it really easy to pick it up at the end.
Yeah, I was a little concerned initially because I thought, uh-oh, here we go, Like sometimes it won't be enough power, but I think there's enough power in this machine that it's fine.
Let's maybe stop that and get some baling started, and I'm going to show you why. Do you want to just come over, lift everything up, so, or just detach it, which is A, I think,
Uh,
and just bring the tractor
and
over here by
then
itself. I'm going to detach the baler. And we are, before we go any further, going to go into construction mode. So my plan here is to get sheep onto this property as well and kind of double leverage the land. So we'll have both the
so
farmland.
what would the advantage of that be? So what do they produce?
They make wool. So the grass isn't worth much. And
Yeah.
this type of bale, each individual bale is probably only worth $10, $20, $30, something like that. But
Okay.
if we give it to the sheep, it's worth a lot more. And it also means we don't have to cart it very far, right?
I
So
like that idea.
I have it installed in the construction menu. It is a mod. So under animals and sheep, we have this basic pastures pack. It's pretty hard to see, but what you end up getting is a trough for food, a trough for water, and a spawn point for where the wool comes out. There is these sticks, you can see on the far right of the screen there for me and wherever the other one is. It needs quite a big area cleared out, and I don't think we've cleared out enough trees to do that right now.
I
So
did notice there was a spot at the very far side of this field, over here, where there's literally like a couple of tiny little trees. I wonder if it would fit in like one of these areas back here
yeah,
if we just took out a couple of little trees. Or how big is it? Is it really, really
it's
big?
risky the size of all the grass right now.
Okay, so once we clear out the trees completely, I think that's a great idea. Do we cut bales now then and just leave bales here like we did with the wood before?
I think that's a really good idea. I think we should just bale it up, make a pile of these, and then when it's the peak season to sell stuff, we may sell it. And if we happen to have the sheep by then, we can give it to the sheep instead.
When
Yeah.
is the best time to sell bales?
So I'm guessing when it's winter, because everything's cold, we can,
Which is right now, right?
yeah, maybe in 1 or 2 months. So it goes from 120 in summer up to 147, and it peaks in January, so a couple of months from now. It's not that bad right now, actually. It's 146, and the peak is 147. So, you know what? It probably is worth us just baling it and selling it right now and making the
Yep.
money. So, do you want to start doing that? And
Yep.
I'm going to grab the Santana here, and I'll put a tractor on it, not tractor, a trailer on it, and then I can kind of park this in the middle and then pick these up by hand, and we can just work on this for the next,
Next little while.
next little while, a couple of hours in the day, and hopefully we'll have a trailer full, and we can make some instant cash from this field, and then long term we can transition it to be a sheep farm, and it's kind of self-supporting farm at that. So that way the grass that the sheep are eating come off this field. So I'm going to park this. Where do I want to park this? Probably in the middle right now, and then when it gets in the way, we can move it out of the way. So hopefully these bales. Have you got one yet?
I think they're starting to kick out the other end.
Yeah, hopefully these are light enough to carry. Right, there's our
We're
first
still running a
one.
risk. Yeah.
And they are 81 kilos, so our maximum's 200. So, you know that round bale we looked at that made 125s? That may have actually been plausible too. So it's something to remember if we happen to, return this and then rent something else. So, yeah, let's do this for a while. Might be a little bit laborious and a bit of manual labor, but it is going to achieve the goal. Yeah, this is good. I like how many are spitting out so far. Yeah, so if you keep going around and I keep carrying stuff, it should work out quite well. We'll make this the last one that I put on for now, and then I'm going to get out of your way.
Yeah, I am a danger to myself and others right now.
A tremendous number of bales came out of it. And they're all...
We're not even done.
Yeah, there are 500 each, I think. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, 80 kilos, 81 kilos, and 500 each. So that's not bad. Since it's the peak of the market, I think it's definitely going to be wise for us to go sell them, huh?
Sounds like it would be making enough money for us maybe to even think about another mower, another tractor.
Yeah, it would be kind of nice to have two so we could kind of follow each other and do a lot of these things in parallel. This Landini, as much as it's meant to be a grape crop tractor, it is really showing its worth as just a general farm tractor, I think. Horsepower is pretty good. How are you finding it?
Well, all right. I think it's very good as a general workhorse, especially because we've been able to do so many different things. And I think that the just having the car has made all the difference.
Yeah, the fact that we could use it for seeding. Yeah, towing the trailer, doing the seeding, which was quite surprising. That was the interesting benefit of getting a seeder that doesn't require a PTO. So yeah, but this feels done us well. It's probably got to be $5,000 or $10,000 worth of grass on that land, on that trailer, I should say. So we, yeah, let's just probably finished off mowing this taller grass, and we'll pick up the rest of the bales, and then we can go sell the an entire trailer load, I think.
Sounds good.
Actually, saying that though, I think this trailer load might be getting close to capacity. I don't think we're going to want to try to put all of these on here. So how about I go sell this?
It's a good idea. And
we can work out where we are. Who wants to buy grass? The selling station. It looks like that animal dealer down south is going to be a very regular destination for us. So yeah, let me run down there and let's get some money. All right, arrived at the animal dealer.
Wow, it took a while, didn't it?
It did. It's quite a big map. 11,000 litres. Let's see this turn into some money. And there we go. 2,143. So that easily should cover the cost of all those leases and stuff. Alright, I'm back. What's your progress?
Oh, pretty good.
So you finished the mowing, the looks of it?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's a little tufty. But that's okay. It's a learning process.
Yeah, going
Also,
around the corners with the windrower is a bit hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I feel like there's a better way, but the only way to work out the better way is to actually do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's pick up the rest of these bales and make some more money. You were saying that your tractor's getting pretty low on petrol?
Yeah, it's down to like there's petrol in it, but also I wouldn't want to be doing a full drive on it.
You don't want to drive the other end of the map?
No. It's on probably maybe a 6th or a 5th left.
All right. So as we leave today, we should go by the gas station, which is just on the corner of the main highway. So it shouldn't be too hard. We can do a splash and dash there.
More outgoings, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everything costs money, doesn't it?
Really does.
But I think it's a pretty successful day. Our finances are roughly back to where we started, but we've achieved a bit of progress.
We've acquired some more equipment though, so that's kind of cool. And I think now we have a plan for this field, which before it felt like we didn't really have a plan of what we wanted to do with it. So I do like that idea of the sheep.
Yeah, I didn't realise the pasture was going to be so big. I thought the imprint that it would require was just more like troughs, and the area where the sheep were was kind of irrelevant, but it's good to know that that is part of the calculation. It makes sense in hindsight. So yeah, when we drop these trees on the other side, we'll do it with knowledge that that's going to happen. And these grass bales can go to the sheepies.
Sounds good. And it gives us, I think sometimes, like I don't want to put more, because we were talking about vineyard too. Like where would we want more grape vines? And I think this is a fair way. I don't want to be driving tractors and oh, watch out. I don't want to be driving tractors and stuff all over the map. I think it's very inefficient.
Yeah.
So
I think we're done. I think
yeah.
We'll get these last couple of the bales picked up. I think there's only 1 or 2 left. And
oh, there's a bale loaded. Okay. I'm like, it's saying, I won't fold that. I can't fold it. Oh, there's 2 bales in there. Okay. Then.
Yeah, I think there's a button to say unload bales. I think you found
There
it.
is. I just did it. But I kept pressing fold baler and it kept saying, no, I will not.
That's cool. You were mentioning as I was driving back that we probably should have a shed on this property as well, right?
Oh, look at how much equipment I'm dumping.
Yeah. I don't know we're in a financial situation for that right now. But yeah, I think long term we should kind of make a little secondary farm here, and yeah, whether this farm turns into a vineyard or not, it'll be interesting to
I
see.
think if it, I would rather it not, mainly because it's too far.
Well, a good thing about vineyards is you don't visit them very often. It's just basically...
That's fair, that's fair. Yeah, so it's just that once a year that you end up spending.
Yeah. So, yeah, just dump that there. That's fine.
I keep trying to put it somewhere sensible, but it keeps backing in the other direction, so...
And I think we're done. So, since we've got
That's
the thing here, let me quickly put some trees on the roof. And then we can head off, get some petrol, and we'll get this wood sold as well.
I was going to say, let's put it on the trailer, but then I realised that no, you've got the bales on the trailer. Alright, well, I might head and get the petrol into this thing. Do I need to take any of the equipment across?
I think the equipment can stay here. Maybe the plow.
Well, I think, are we going to keep this as a grass field? Should we take this? Oh no, the seed is already at the base place.
Yeah.
But if I bring the plow back to our shed, that'll be alright?
Yeah, bring the plow back, because I can see us using that for a contract in the new year. I'm heading off now with some logs and the rest of the bales.
What I might do is I'll put the plow on our other property and then I'll head for the gas station.
Well,
Sound
we're
good?
driving past it, so you probably can just do it straight away.
Oh yeah, on my way. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So it's just to the right of the T intersection rather than to the left. I've still got a fair bit of petrol, so I don't think I'm going to bother filling up.
And I can do that just on the way by. We'll just see how much it costs.
Shouldn't be too much. I mean, that thing can't have that big of a tank, right?
Oh, that sounds very famous last words.
Well, what's your guess? You're going to guess 50, 100,
Oh,
200?
I think it's going to be a couple of hundred. So you think just to the right here, right?
Yeah, just to the right, yeah.
Oh no. Oh, left stick refuel.
There we go.
Do I just refuel till it's full?
Yeah, just you press it down. There you go. 85.
85. That's all right.
In fact, if it's going to be that cheap, I'm going to refill mine. $20.
For some reason, this whole map feels very, like it's very easy to get lost, even though we've driven down it a whole lot still.
I think it's because a lot of the corners are blind.
Yeah, and also I think when your view is set to a certain way with the cars and stuff, as soon as the viewpoint is slightly different, the map looks different.
I'll strap that. And 1,072. So that's what, nearly 4,000 for that piece of grass, and that was only what, third of the land? No, only about a third because the other half of the grass wasn't available. So pretty good. That field should be making us the whole thing maybe 8,000-10,000 a year maybe a bit more. And then if we can turn it into silage, it'll be about 30 a year. So that's pretty awesome.
I think it's pretty good for some almost passive income. You know what I should bring down here? The mower. Just mow all the grass over here too.
Yeah, do you want to go grab that?
Maybe not today. I'm a bit done with grass right now.
I just hit a red car. I was trying to go for an overtake, and then they went, oh, I'll brake to make it so you can do it, and then I ended up hitting the back of them.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, let's try that again. There we go.
So what do we need to do for these grapes, like about fertilisation or anything? Do we fertilise them?
We do, but we don't have the equipment for that. There's specific fertilizer, equipment for grapes. Obviously, it has to be narrow, so it goes up and down the vines. We probably currently that thing's barely covering the cost of the harvester. If we fertilize it and do everything else, which is going to cost a lot of equipment, I don't know whether it's still at the scale where it's worth the effort.
Well, when we first did it, it said it was fertilised in those first sections. When we were doing it at the start, it said it was 50% fertilised. So I think the catch-22 we're going to come across is if we don't fertilise it, it's just a dead loss.
Yeah, I think, I had this narrative that, the prior owner was losing money, and they were.
They literally were.
I mean, I guessed it when I designed the world, but I did not know it. I think the only way,
unless this whole field was grapes.
Yeah, I think
we're
that
not going to
exactly
make money from it.
Has to be expanded. We need all the land that there is that is plausible to fill up with grapes needs grapes. So that way, when you hire that equipment and you do that expenditure, it's it's over a bigger property. Yeah.
So I think right now we're 2,000 more than we were last time. It's only 11:30 in the morning, but also I think it's going to get dark fairly soon. Just seeing the thing.
Probably at 3 o'clock or something. Yeah. So we can maybe look at a contract next time, or just do more grass. We can definitely do the grass on this property and squeeze out a bit more money. But we'll work that out next time. Yeah.
Yep, sounds like a good idea.
As always, thanks for helping out today, Mrs. Donut. It was great working with you today.
You're welcome. The grass was something new to do, and I think that's always positive. So I wonder what new thing we'll see next time.
Yeah, it'd be cool to do something new next time. And maybe we can do the getting rid of this dry stuff on the grapes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, everybody. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.